Success is knocking. No more excuses. It's time to get out of your own way. Share now. We're going live. Amazing people, heroes saving the day, neighbors lending a helping hand, innovators changing the world, business leaders promoting and encouraging business ownership and entrepreneurship. The stories that celebrate our humanity. Welcome to the Lance Jones Show. Now, here is your host, Lance Jones.
Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever we are on this beautiful day, this snowy day. Look, I'm in North Carolina. We got a lot of snow out here. This hit us by surprise. So I wanted to get on today and take a minute and talk about what we're seeing going on in the world today. I wanted to particularly talk to the men for a minute, for just a moment. Not to exclude the ladies or the children. You certainly can participate in what we're going to talk about tonight. But the current economic times and political times, times should always dictate the agendas. And so that being the case, and I looked around today and been listening to the news over the last month or two with all that's going on, to me, it's kind of reminiscent of the 60s, 70s, 50s, what our parents and foreparents went through. This generation, we've never seen this before. We've been here, we heard about it, we saw the tapes and all this, the dogs and all the discrimination. We saw all those things over the years. However, now we're seeing it up close and personal. And so, in looking at that, I had to ask myself a question. Where do we go from where we are? It seems like the civil rights movement, the voices of reason are silent. There's no men taking a definitive position on what we're seeing, whether it be DEI or any of the other federal. We've never seen this before. This is a new one for the country. We're not used to this. President comes in and he takes over. The entire government fires all the. This is a whole nother level. Okay. That being said, where do we go from where we are? Let's talk about that. Where do we go from where we are? What do we do, particularly as Black men, what do we do in this hour? It's not enough to say, well, they should give us the diversity and inclusion. We should fight them on this, and maybe we should. Maybe God trying to tell us something else. I mean, just think about this for a moment. These are basic tenets in American culture, supposed to be anyway. Diversity and inclusion, fairness, equality, all of these beautiful attributes. But have they ever really been real? Or have they always been some illusion that we're chasing just to get slapped back in the face again by people with another whole nother agenda? I'm going to ask a lot of questions, and I'm going to try to answer through. I want to get your comments also. And please feel free to comment and share the platform. We need to have some dialogue, brothers, around this subject. Not just diversity and inclusion, not just jobs, because everybody's out of job now. One man came into the office. Think about this. And with the help of other men that think like him or that's edging him on, changing an entire culture. Federal officers, employees. I was once a federal officer. I get it. I never thought I'd see this day. But what's ringing in my ear, most importantly, is what do we do with where we are? Have never seen this type of engagement. Those who are security officers, those who are federal officers, police officers, that kind of thing, they've been engaged. We know what engagement. The rules of engagement now have changed. No more diversity and inclusion. No more hiring preferences, which was supposed to change the decade-old errors of the past. What is the impetus? What makes them think that somehow this is going to bring parity? Somehow they're losing by having diversity and inclusion. And we can ill afford to sit around and gamble and worry about what they're thinking. What must Black men do in this hour to save themselves, the women, and the children? I said earlier that the voices of the civil rights movement, I hear crickets. I saw Brother Roland Martin had to show a young lady, said, I'm hearing crickets all over the place. The silence is deafening. The men aren't standing up. The civil rights movements aren't standing up. The great leaders, where are they? They're here. They're here. You know, I think about, and I thank God for the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. If he did nothing else, which he did, please, his work speaks for itself. However, he made one call in 1995, but they want to erase this out of history. He made a call to Black men to atone to one another, to unite, to be the brother's brother, to enter into international trade and commerce, to build businesses, schools, across religious lines, denominational lines, economic lines. We saw each other as brothers first. And that, my friend, gave us a glimpse into what's needed today. When I think about where we are in this dispensation of time, how much is our spending power? What is that? What's the value of that? How much did we spend among each other in America alone? Never mind the fact you come from the richest continent in the world that has all the things that the world wants and doesn't want to pay for. I thank God for Brother Touré of Burkina Faso, the other leaders there in the continent who are finally working together and see each other as one, which is where I want to go. We have to begin to see each other as one people. We got to break the mental shackles off of our minds so that we see our brothers as our brothers. Regardless to whether he got good clothes on, bad clothes on, whatever it is, whatever those silly differences are, we have to begin to see each other as each other and become the brother's brother. Malcolm said it best. Someone else said, am I my brother's keeper? Are you? Are we? Because that'll stop most of the crap that Brother Roland is talking about. But Brother Roland, I love you. Thank you, man, for all that you do. You put yourself out there. And the speakers, your guests. I thank you. I would ask us to focus more. Well, we can't leave that alone. That's very important. But the mental shackles here is a real separation. This is what's keeping us apart. When I see my brother, when we saw each other on the wall, the mall in Washington in '95, we didn't see a Muslim, a Christian, a Baptist, or whatever. None of that. Light skin, dark skin. None of that. We saw one people. We saw a brotherhood. And the women were edging us on. That's right, black man, go ahead. True joy out of our unity by seeing us united and building with each other. What happened? Was that just a day, or was that a foretaste of the day? That's up to us. I want to encourage all of us. Please share, give us some likes, subscribe, all of that. While it's not really about that, it really is about us taking a definitive position to be my brother's keeper. And on that mall, we promised to enter into international trade and commerce, to start businesses, to unite our forces. There's nothing that we cannot accomplish through dismantling the mental chains that we have in our minds and in our lives. That's where the challenge comes in. We could hop all day long about what they're doing, it ain't right. I mean, the man went in and took up, bought a billionaire and he closed all in. But listen, y'all got, what I do for a living. What if we had done that? What if we had, and please come on in, share your opinion, your likes, your dislikes. But I'd like to hear your opinion. And the reality is, federal employees, Congress people couldn't even get into the building. And we don't even know what was going on in there. I heard he had 17-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds, geniuses up in there and in the tax building, IRS. I want you to think for a moment, what if we had done that? Well, what if we had gone in to the IRS building? What if we had gone into the U.S. Congress during that riot that they all got out of jail for? Got out of jail free. So what does that tell you? There's no laws that they feel obligated to respect. Period. But if you do that, you already know. There won't be no get out of jail free card. There'll be no slap on the hand, any of that. And so the question becomes to us as black men, where do you go for where you are at this point? Brother Roland Martin and others, they do an excellent expose, excellent programs on all of these issues. The sister said the civil rights movement is she hear crickets. And she's right. The question, though, becomes, what are we going to do from where we are? Can you break the mental chains? Can Black men break the mental chains and to begin to see each other as each other's brother, each other's keeper? Our children will follow our lead. Our women will love us again. Now they're the housekeeper, they're the money maker, they do everything. They said the Black man is mentally dead. No, it's just sleep. Need to be awakened. And so, disunity, apathy, and lack of love for self, for Black self, is key. Please like and share, and give plenty of likes, and we love them. Like to have people in here we can talk to, help me feed my thoughts, and I want to think your thoughts, and because I know we're all on the same page. But this is a very crucial time, a critical time, and we can ill afford to play with this. When we see what's going on with Mali and throughout the African continent, Burkina Faso, Ghana, and other countries, the former ambassador, Arikana Chimpari Kwao, the great work that she's doing, we're obligated to lend, if not our hands, our minds, our brain power, our intellectual power. Most importantly, tear down the mental walls of hatred, of self, all those learned behaviors that cause us from rising. We're obligated. Otherwise, we pass on this legacy of ignorance, of hatred to our children. And we're responsible for that. I won't be part of that legacy, bro. No. I would rather see us partnering. Look, Africa's got everything in it everybody wants, right? Everything that they don't want to pay for. What if we set up strategic relationships and we begin to sell the items to them, give the items to us, they get the items to them, we barter. We sell each other's equipment in America and across the globe. I know it takes 5 hours to go to Ghana. It takes 9 hours to go here. I get it. So what? You know, where do we go? What's the alternative? I know I'm asking a lot of questions. I know you want a lot of answers. I'm hoping that you suggest some things. But this is a very crucial hour in the history of this nation and the history of this country and our sojourn in this country. Critical hour. Look at the rise of Japan and China. We got to do the same thing. See each other as each other and start on a course of reparations, repairing the damage of our own minds and disunity. You won't have to fight them. They'll be running to you trying to partner with you. Huh? And those powers that be, they know that their numbers are dwindling. Yes. That's why they don't want to see any racial inclusion and DEI and all this kind of stuff. They don't want to see none of that. Their numbers are dwindling. Or blame God. Don't blame us. I think it would bode well for us. We began to look at each other and look toward each other as we change our minds and conditions about where we are and what must be done from this day forward. And what's the alternative? What if you don't do it? Let's just say you say to hell with it. They're going to give you, and be sure to visit us at the weareoneworldwide.org. We are one worldwide. Sign up, become an associate, a volunteer. We are one worldwide.org because we truly are. You want to host a show? Contact us. You're affiliated with the greats of Motown, the historic legends, and we want to give back. You want to sponsor a show? Contact us. You want to volunteer show? You want to be an ambassador? You want to be a member? We are oneworldwide.org. Operators are standing by right now. So I'm inviting you all, men and women, to unite with yourself. Let's chart a course for the future that our children will be pleased with. This must happen. You don't have a choice. You saw what happened. The man let out, I don't know how many, 200 people who did the insurrection. He just, with the stroke of a pen, let them all out. That's his military. You never saw this before, have you? You never seen anything like this. So it's new to you. The eyes have not seen, the ears have not heard. Huh? You all know the rest of that. And unless and until the black man in America begins to see each other as each other's brother, see us as one people, or the old term, one aim, one destiny, one love, it's time to make that real. Stop playing. You play too damn much. What are you waiting for? Would you rather just leave your children and your women, your grandma, your mom, and everybody else just live it to chance, black man? For those who see you, the hell with them, you're a new kind of fool. And I love you. But you're a new kind of fool. So the slave mentality is so inculcated in your mind that you can't change it to even save yourself and your children, or your ancestors, or your loved ones, uncle, auntie, whoever it is. That's a mental death. We have to, from this day forward, begin to see each other as each other. You are your brother's keeper. And we got to begin to spend that way. Spend your money, spend your time with the brothers. Start reading, writing books. Get my new book, Safe and Secure, How to Be Safe and Secure at Home and Abroad in 2024 and beyond. It's one of the Amazon bestsellers. Safe and Secure, How to Be Safe and Secure at Home and Abroad in 2024 and beyond. Please like and share the channel. I'm asking us to do this. I'm asking you to share. Motown has been around for 60, 70 years. It started many years ago. I'm happy to have established a relationship with Mickey Stevenson and many, many others that you'll see and know shortly. The music of Motown, the greats. Matter of fact, Diana Ross and other, they did a concert in California. They sold it out. I'm interested in seeing us go to the next level. I want to see us weather this storm and be successful so that we can say to the Minister Farrakhan, thank you. And we can stand on the shoulders of all those who went through. I mean, from the middle passage, there was no mistake that we ended up here. Some said as well, it was a terrible thing. And certainly it was. I get it. But I think God had another plan. I think he had another plan. And we're watching it unfold now. And so I hope I've said something that'll lift your spirit, man, and make you desirous of wanting to be a part of a people who are doing things, doing great things. If China can do it and other countries can do it, we can do it. And all of them will be our friends. Truly. We have to hold them to the gun, the fire gun, the gun of truth to them. I get it. But the reality is, brothers, if we be a brother to each other, if we love each other like brothers, I'm not talking about no gay stuff now. You gay, whatever. I'm just talking about a true love for brothers. That I want for my brother what I want for myself. And when we do that, that resonates throughout the world, that they've changed their minds about where they are. And we have. We're ready to come out. Aren't you tired of this crap? Every year something else new is, them walking the street with sticks and things in our neighborhood and guns. And you always the first one to get locked up or something. Aren't you tired of that? Well, do something about it. It's time now. It's time. So go to We Are One, www.weareoneworldwide.org, www.weareone.org. Sign up or donate. Make a donation if you're a promoter, you want to do a show, bring the masses out of our people. Let's do it. Get in touch with us. You get the numbers right on the screen. We Are One Worldwide.org. All right. And be sure to get our latest book. Our latest book is Safe and Secure. How to be safe and secure at home and abroad. That's for your family. That's for your business. Everybody. It's for everybody. It's not just Black. Everybody deserves to be safe and secure. And so we want to invite you to be a part of the family, because we are indeed one worldwide. We come in many different languages, head shapes, colors. We got some that are blue, black, some with light skin, but they're Black people. We must get to learn to love them as you love yourself. Then you'll find yourself coming out of some of these circumstances. I thank y'all for listening, and I'll see you on the next program tomorrow. We're planning on having some guest speakers, so we're planning for that. That's going to be big for you. Very informative. Want to get your friends, get your book clubs, and the rest of that, and be present and accounted for when we come back on. Until that time, y'all be easy and take care of each other and take care of yourself. All right, peace.
Success is knocking. No more excuses. It's time to get out of your own way. Share now. We're going live.